percentage, part 1, part 2, part 3, part 4 is completed. This is part 5. Continuation of percentage, part 5. Now in this, observe the keynote here. What is the keynote? Observe here. If A is R% more than B, then definitely B is less than A. A is more when compared with B means definitely B is less than A. If A is R% more than B, then B is how much percent less than A? So the keynote is R by 100 plus R into 100%. If A is R% more than B, then definitely B is less than A. But B is how much percent less than A? R by 100 plus R into 100% less than A. That keynote you have to apply. That is the shortcut. General method is also there. I will discuss with you in general method. Suppose two numbers A and B. A is 25% more than B. A is more. A is 25% more than B. Then definitely B is less than A. But don't say B is 25% less than A. But B is how much percent less than A? Which keynote you have to apply? R by 100 plus R into 100% keynote you have to apply. So R value is here 25. 25 by 125 into 100. 25 5 gets cancelled. 5 20s gets cancelled. So 20%. So A is 25% more than B. B is how much percent less than A? Only 20% less than A. Practically also we can prove. See here, let it be the two numbers A and B. Clearly given A is 25% more than B. Let it be B value is 100. If B is 100, A is how much now? 125. B is 100, A is 125. Now definitely B is less than A. How much percent less than? That is you have to say. Now A is 125. In that 125, so what is the 10% value? 12.5. What is the 20% value? 25. Now clearly B is less than A. How much less than A? 25 less than A. But how much percent less than A? 20%. Why 10% is 12.5, 20% is 25. So 25 less means indirectly 20% less. Practically also we can prove it is. Or without doing this method, simply you can put in your mind the simple keynote. If A is R% more than B, then definitely B is less than A. But B is how much percent less than A? You have to apply the keynote R by 100 plus R into 100%. Not only this one. The same keynote R by 100 plus R into 100% keynote we apply for different types of example cities. Now observe another example here. In a rectangle, length is increased by 25%. In a rectangle, we know what is rectangle. In a rectangle, length is increased by 25%. Definitely its area. Area means the space inside of it is also increases. Length is increased by 25%. The space inside of it is also increased. Indirectly, its area is increases. But to maintain the same area, how much percent its breadth to be decreased? By observing the example, initially it is increased. To balance that, how much percent it is to be decreased? Another factor, how much percent to be decreased? Length is increased by 25%. If breadth is decreases, so get the same area. But how much percent breadth is to be decreased means you have to apply the same keynote again, R by 100 plus R into 100%. R is 25, 25 by 125 into 100, 25 5 gets cancelled, 5 20s gets cancelled. So 20% decreases. So in a rectangle, length is increased by 25%. Breadth, how much percent it is to be decreased to maintain the same area means breadth is to be decreased by 20%. Now see here another example. The price of a sugar per kg. the price of a sugar per kg is increased by 25%. Generally, if the price of any article is increases in a family, family expenditure is also increases. But to maintain the same expenditure, what you do? Its usage to be decreased. Now here also the price of a sugar is increased by 25%. Then how much percent its usage to be decreased to maintain the same expenditure as before? Now you have to apply the same keynote, R by 100 plus R. 25 by 125. 25 5 gets cancelled, 5 20 gets cancelled. So 20%. So how much percent its usage to be decreased now? 20% its usage to be decreased. Understood? By observing all these examples, initially it is increased by some percentage. To balance that, another factor is to be decreased. For this type of example, always you have to apply R by 100 plus R into 100 percentages. Now one more example is that a number is increased by 25%. To regain its original value, originally a number is there, it is increased by 25%. To regain its original value again, how much percent it is to be decreased? You have to apply the same keynote, R by 100 plus R into 100%. R is 25, 25 by 125 into 100, 25 5 gets cancelled, 5 20 gets cancelled. So 20% it is to be decreased. A number is increased by 25%. To regain its original value, how much percent it is to be decreased? Only 20% it is to be decreased to regain its original value. I took the same example here, 25%, to understand very easily. Not only 25, any value is given, you have to apply the same keynote. If a number is increased by R%, to balance that another, it is to be decreased by how much, means you have to apply R by 100 plus R into 100%. So with another keynote, I will continue in the next video. Thank you to all of you.